Welcome back, traders. Let's get into a stock that multiple subscribers have now asked me to look at. And it's a stock that I actually had charted up. I thought it looked amazing, and I had missed the breakout. This thing is on an absolute tear alongside with the broader basket of precious metals or earth minerals, right? And that is HYMC. HYMC, a company owned by AMC, aka There's Gold in Them Hills. HYMC has been on an absolute tear, and you can see a couple of things that significantly point to a breakout move within this stock, and I'm going to show you right now, right? Look at the volume. Look at the stupidness in that breakout candle right here. And I can hover over it as you break this line that has acted as a perfect megaphone pattern, right? You're trading higher highs and higher lows. This megaphone pattern, eventually you just see an absolutely crazy cracked run, right? Out of HYMC, a consolidation period, and then boom, 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 crazy volume steps in as you see the breakout of this trend line. And I am not chasing this in the slightest, right? So do your own DD, do your own due diligence, buy and sell whenever you want. But there is no denying that this stock is uniquely set up. And if you can see some kind of bullish consolidation once more, I think you're full sending straight to $8 and to $10. If you look, this thing will act as almost, now that you've broken out, your next resistances are all horizontal, y'all. I mean, you have this shelf. I call them shelves because I see it as like you're bumping your head on a shelf, right? And that's how you should picture it too. You see this shelf, and then you see this shelf that has acted as a bounce here, and a rejection here. So those two levels are crucial resistance, and your last point stops until $15, guys. So if you can break $8 and $10 with momentum, I think there's a realistic scenario where gold is at an all-time high. It is, right? Silver is at an all-time high. It is. And HYMC finally begins to unearth a lot of these precious metals and reap the rewards of this mine, right? And you very well could see some kind of $15 HYMC, and God forbid, y'all, God forbid we see an acquisition by the U.S. government. If that happens, my goodness, would that be insanely bullish? Because way back when, I told my best friend this, and he was like, what the heck is AI doing? I asked AI, what is the hottest earth mineral stock in the stock market right now? Because I wanted to see, I was genuinely curious. And I will pull it up. MP, ladies and gentlemen, MP. AI suggested this stock. No joke. 100% legit. 100% legal. AI told me to buy this stock right here. I was asking in May and June. AI was saying, I think MP Minerals is a very good buy. And what did it do since? And I kick myself every step of the way. It's gone to $100, 419%. And that is just from an acquisition by the U.S. government. Now, I'm not saying that that's a guarantee. In fact, it's not. But what it is a lot of these rare earth mineral companies, alongside with the all-time run of gold, silver, right? You're seeing the government buy these things up because they're classified as a critical, as a foreign risk, right? China owns so much when it comes to lithium, chips, batteries, right? And so the U.S. government is trying to hedge against this and kind of de-risk. They're trying to de-risk. Think of it like that, right? They're trying to de-risk in case of a potential conflict with China. But you can see here on HYMC's chart, not only did you have the breakout of the megaphone pattern, but you look no further than the RSI for this breakout. And this is what gets me excited, that if you see any kind of buying opportunity on this stock, I mean, I would eat it up like crazy. But look at the bull zone here. Look at the RSI. You broke into the bull zone on the weekly time frame RSI. That is significantly bullish, and it is also something that you have not done since July of 2020, y'all. That was way before AMC was involved. So you break into the bull zone since July of 2020. Also, funny enough, before alt season and risk on assets run. Funny how that works. Monetary cycle. And then you come all the way down to test the bull zone and you break and you bounce off of it, guys. I cannot pound the table enough on how crazy that is. And if you are a risk trader, I would just advise you to be careful. This thing looks nasty, but just be careful. I do believe there's a world where you see $10 soon. And I do believe there's a world where you see 15 like that if you pass 10 and you consolidate and you hold 10, right? Those are key steps. Just like you consolidated here after you run from 3 up to 7. You are now seeing that next leg up. And it is realistic, based off of technical analysis, to take the leg of this run to the top, to the breakout. And where does that take you? That takes you right around 14 to 15 bucks. Now, where does HYMC's weekly 200-day EMA sit? Oh, right at the profit target. So if you were to be a betting man, I like the technical confluence here. And I'm thinking if you can break $10, there's a high potential opportunity here that you see the full profit target all the way up to this $13 to $15 zone. And regardless of what happens, ladies and gentlemen, this is still a bullish stock because you have the 50-day absolutely on a tear. Look at how much this has just U-shaped and gone for an absolute moonblast ride to the north side. Even if you find some kind of consolidation here, I would anticipate the 50 to act as significant support and bounce you into the 200 regardless. So I do like HYMC here to see some kind of blow off top and do a minor or major pullback. But I think regardless of what happens, the broader scenario is this is good for AMC stock, guys. This is a hedge against inflation. This is a hedge against printing, against dangerous times within the equity market. So I really, really like HYMC here. Now, am I buying? Am I chasing? Absolutely not. It's not my methodology. It's not my trading style. But the volume on this breakout is disgusting. If we go to the monthly time frame, you're green on that. You can see the U-shaped accumulation better. And the opportunity to go to 30 bucks before you see some kind of handle maybe into a crazy cracked run, that would be insane. But the quarterly MACD, guys, and that's why this all comes back to the quarterly MACD. Because what I preach on GME, on AMC, on Bonk, on NEO, right, is when you see these risk on assets cross the quarterly MACD, y'all, you can see you are trading at the cross. You've made a beautiful U-shaped accumulative bottoming, just like AMC is doing. And then you saw the quarterly MACD cross and the flip was switched. The light switch was flipped on and you saw this thing come to life. And from the quarterly MACD flip, you watch this thing cruise 308%. So that is my thesis on these risk on assets. And I want to say thank you to each and every one of you guys for supporting this channel, for trading along me, for joining and showing so much love and support. I could not be happier with the crew that we've assembled. And I look forward to making a Discord for us to all socialize regularly. But regardless, guys, regardless of what happens, as long as you are growing your mind, you're learning things, hopefully you guys can grow your portfolio. And that is my mission. That's why I'm here. So I appreciate each and every single one of you guys. God bless you and your families. Much love, and I will see you in the next video. Peace. Woo!